You know, we're used to the reaction around the world. Here we are, half a world away watching it, and the reaction is phenomenal. Just wondering what the sense is in Spain and your sense of the reaction domestically to his latest exploits.
I think in a way the reaction this time round focuses more on Messi's hyperactivity than just on his talent. Now obviously everybody knows about Messi's talent. Everybody knows, for example, that he can score extraordinary goals and has scored an enormous amount of, I think that's his 7th free kick this season, although this one was that little bit further out. But I think the thing that stood this apart from other Messi performances was that hyperactivity, was the number of challenges he went into. I think the figure was 16 tackles that he won over the course of the game, or duels that he won over the course of the game. That sense that he has an enormous desire to win this competition, and listening to his teammates after the game, one of the things that they really highlighted was this idea that if Messi goes, we follow. That Messi led in terms of aggression, in terms of intensity, as well as in terms of football as you anticipate. And of course, this all goes back to the start of the season when Messi very publicly made a point of saying, this year, the priority is the Champions League.
I enjoyed your story in the Guardian, the English newspaper this morning, including that quote from the Barcelona president, Sid, where he said, you know, we live with a genius as if it's normal. Is that part of the reaction now in Spain?
Yeah, absolutely it is. And you know, as he was saying, remember that Messi's been here since he was 13. Most of the people at the club know him. He knows most of the people at the club. He's been here a very long time, and we've kind of become used to this. But I think it's more than just the club itself. You know, that what Messi has done, and this is true of all of us, and it's true of journalists as well, is he's normalised the extraordinary. You know, he's made it become relatively routine, and we often say, don't we, when a player that's not so famous scores a great goal, we say, well, if so-and-so famous player had scored that, we'd be watching this endlessly. And actually, I think with Messi, certainly within Spain, it works the other way around. Messi scores a great goal, and it's kind of, well, that's what he does, and you move on. And I think in a way Messi has become almost a victim of his own success, because I think he's made the extraordinary so routine that when he scores a great goal, it's just, you know, it's just normal, and it's the old kind of news idea, isn't it, of man bites dog. The man gets bitten by dog, it's just normal. Messi scores a goal, it's just normal. Man bites the dog back, then it's not normal. And in Messi's case, scoring goals just isn't that story. This time round, as I say, it was different because we saw things like the slide tackles, because we saw the aggression, because we saw the kind of the slightly hyperactive nature of Leo Messi, the amount of ground that he covered, and then actually, by the way, also that he then spoke after the game, as he's been doing quite a lot this season, when he's the first captain for the first time in his Barcelona career. And there is a real sense of Messi becoming a leader now. Not just leading because he's a good player and everyone follows him, but leading because he's actually taking on that responsibility in a way that he previously didn't do. And of course, last year the captain was Andres Iniesta. Before that, it was Xavi Hernandez. Before that, it was Carlos Puyol. And this is the first season in which that armband is worn by Messi in every game. And so perhaps that makes a difference. But I think it's been seen more as a shift in personality and/or character than necessarily just the fact that he's wearing the armband.